Cool. So, all right. So I'm going to imagine somebody just sent their work via a link. And I'm going to click on the link for the first time. Boom. And it's going to come up. Now I'm sorry that things are going to run a little slow on here because I'm recording at the same time that I'm looking at storyboards. So I'm not gonna judge your website based on how fast or slow it loads, because my computer is spending a whole bunch of time recording videos in the background and streaming and doing all this stuff. Cool. So all right, Art of Kyla Mercado. Okay, so good layout. I see. I get direct access to samples immediately, which is really good. Really simple navigation, home, storyboard, and contact. Cool. So I'm going to click on the video and we'll see what's up. Okay. Okay, cool. So obviously this person is Kyla. You're interested in doing some animated storytelling. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm going to pause that link right now because as a recruiter, I have not as much time to watch a video. I have to be able to look through things quickly. So not as much time to watch a video. So I watch a little bit of a video, see the feelings, or see kind of what their storyboarding sensibility is like, and then I'll start going straight to the boards. Okay. All right, cool. So I see some over-the-shoulder shots. My first thing is like, there's a little bit of camera direction problems there. That character was facing right to left, and now they're facing left to right. I think we broke 180 there. Throws the fireball. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Starting to run away. Okay, cool. Things are loading pretty quick. Okay, cool. Okay, so you like, so it looks like you kind of like fantasy stuff. I noticed with the first one, going into the brain, going a little bit of magical realism. Looks like kind of you like fantasy stuff. They're coming close together. Oh, they got interrupted by something. They stopped. Okay. So that's a nice reveal. All right, cool. So I see a bunch of open mouths. I'm looking at I see this open mouths, but I'm not seeing any dialogue down there. So I was wondering if maybe is something wrong with the export. You didn't get the PDF export, or maybe there isn't any dialogue. Oh, failed. Okay, dope. Okay, so it's a nice little sequence. I like the storytelling on that. It's a nice reveal at the end. I'll go back to this. Okay, so I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, this person has two samples. It looks like they don't have any specifically professional work. So I'm guessing that you're looking to break in or just looking for some general feedback. I'll go to the home. Okay, cool. Story artist living in Glendale. All right, dope. Cool. Contact. Let's see what the form is. Okay, dope. So are those links to? Yeah. Okay, cool. Those are links to your Twitter. So next, I would start cruising through your Twitter. And be like, okay, let's see what they like. Let's see their drawing style. And again, this is loading rather slow, but that's not a symptom of your work. Okay, good amount of retweets. Cool. Let me go. I would probably go to your media tab. Oops. And see if you have any drawings. But I can see some stuff up there that you have drawings. So dope. Okay, cool. All right, there's some good fun stuff. So, okay. So we'll probably look at your stuff for not necessarily for storyboards, but for revisionist. It looks like you like mermaids, sort of magical realism. You draw a lot of humans, and your things are a lot of human, or you're drawing a lot of humans, and your portfolio section has a whole bunch of human stuff, or humans like basically bipeds, not like trolls. I mean, trolls or not She-Ra or but like Victor and Valentino, not a lot of dogs and cats or whatever. So you're probably cast for something like a human-based show. All right, cool. So looking at so I'm going to dig into your sequences real quick. So we started a wide establishing shot. Cool. We go in. Cool. We see a cat, and they're ready to go. So one thing I'm going to caution you on is that in this sequence, and I can tell that you're less experienced in storyboarding because there are a couple of basic things. Like number one, the horizon line right here is about the same as the next horizon line, or at least it's off the. I guess the horizon line is here, or the ground plane starts here, and then it's kind of the same here. So these are both down shots. These are both kind of like eye level shots. When really, I'm not sure how to feel about these two different characters. I'm not sure what your opinion on these two characters is. Like, if this person were the smaller person in this sequence, and they're being and we're supposed to see that they're small, and we're supposed to see that they're kind of in danger. I would be down on them, and then this is kind of a down shot because the horizon is up above, somewhere above the film frame. Where if we were supposed to be really imposed by this guy and feel imposing, or if this guy was supposed to be imposing, I'm going to open up OneNote real quick. Microsoft OneNote. Oh, and you're going to see a bunch of my D&D notes. So we've had D&D yesterday, and I stored a bunch of notes in OneNote. So you're going to see, there you go, a new page. Cool. So if this were an upshot on this guy, and I was supposed to be really intimidated by, or if I was supposed to be really intimidated by this guy, I would do like a really quick perspective grid, and then he would be rah, rah, and I would be looking up at this guy, and I would be really looking up at this guy and an upshot at this guy because it feels powerful. So you want to make you want to put the camera really low. Put the camera really low in order to make this person feel powerful. And on the next person, if you want to show the relation to each other, like this is a pullout, and I'm not sure what's being revealed by this pullout, except for the physical relationship between these two, or like how far they are apart. And that's a little bit of a weak reveal because we saw a shot counter shot here. We saw like this person here, and we saw the eye direction there. And yes, so like this is your shot. This is your shot where you reveal the physical distance, or where you reveal kind of where they are. This is the shot where you reveal where they are in space next to each other. This shot is kind of getting there, where this person or the big guy is taking up a lot of the film frame. Cool, and doing some flaming. So this is your more subjective, your more subjective shot, where you can tell sort of how we're supposed to feel. We're supposed to feel about the relationship between these two. But if I were doing this shot, I would probably push it even more. I would probably what is the shot there? Yeah, I would probably make it put like the horizon line here, maybe. Boom, boom, boom. And then, make it feel even more imposing. Boom, boom. And we're on the back there. Make it feel even more imposing, where this guy's really dominating the film frame, and it's more of a down shot on this little cat right there, and they're kind of scared. Oh, and then up there. So really letting the audience know how to feel about these two people. Now, and okay, this shot is about flaming. Cool. It would have been more fun. It would have been more fun to have the flame. I would need to frame over a little bit here. It would be more fun to have the flames over here to make it feel like that this character, that the cat, is trapped. Because right now, right now you've got a whole bunch of negative space down here that you're not using to your advantage. When really could have found a nice, fun, dynamic shot, and you could have like make this character feel trapped right there. Now here's a little bit of a problem. This cut to here, the big character is facing right to left, and then when you cut here, the character is facing left to right. Which makes me think now. I understand that this is kind of an antic pose, and that the big character, I'm going to call him the Minotaur. The Minotaur is throwing the fireball right to left, but when you cut from here, where the character is facing right to left, and then the character is facing left to right here, I think it makes me feel like we've jumped the line. And if you know about the 180 degree rule, or if this is your cat here, and then this is the Minotaur, every time you've been shooting here, or you've been shooting, let me undo that. I guess I gotta erase. You've been shooting here on your cat, or you've been shooting here with your camera. When you're shooting here, like the camera set up here, if the character is facing this way, I need to make that more obvious. What that looks like. If the character is facing this way, they're going to be looking right to left, right to left, so that they're looking this way, and then the other character is kind of off screen here, you know. So when you cut and your character is facing right, it makes me think that suddenly the camera is somewhere over here, because the character is facing right to left. It makes me think that the camera is over here, and in that case we've jumped the line, and the 180 degree line is here, and you establish that 180 degree line based on where you first shot. So you first put the camera here, I guess you first put the camera like here or here, because the first shot that you showed was the cat's feet. So now you should be staying in this on this side of these two characters, because that's where your 180 degree rule is. When you have this character facing right to left, left to right, it makes me think that we put the camera over here. Now I'm a little bit confused. And now I get that this is just an antic pose for that guy to fire, or for him to flame up. But if you wanted to do that, wow. Excuse me, my shitty drawings here. If you wanted to do that antic pose where he's facing left, I would have had an A pose where you cut to him and he's still there, and then you have him, rear back, and then throw it, and then you make the camera follow. So this kind of tells me like, okay, this is kind of a basic 180 degree rule break, which shows that may not have some experience, or may not have as much experience. Now this is a decent A to B, boom, 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 and then she runs away, boom, and gets caught on that. Gets caught on the rock, and boom, gets flamed. Now I probably needed an insert. I couldn't see that rock the first time, so I didn't know what was going. My eye wasn't drawn there, so I didn't know what was going on. I thought she just kind of stopped because the rock wasn't necessarily clear. or wasn't made a point of, and you weren't like telling the audience, hey, look at that rock, this is the thing that's going to happen. I probably could have used an insert on there. And this is nice, but again, I would have changed this shot. I would have thrown a perspective grid on this so that let me erase everything. I would have thrown a perspective grid on this so that we knew how to feel about this Minotaur character, so that we knew how powerful they were, and we knew that we should be looking up at them. Yeah, because in here, your horizon line, the way that you've drawn it here, your horizon line is like up here, is like somewhere way up here. So we're kind of looking down on this character, which makes them feel submissive. And that's not how you want us to feel about this character. You want us to think that this character is in charge. This character is in charge, and it's a basic human, or it's a basic human thing where if you're looking up at somebody. If the camera is looking up at somebody, it makes the audience feel submissive, and it makes that character feel powerful. If the camera is looking down on somebody, it makes the character feel submissive, and the audience feel powerful. So it's telling the audience how to feel about your characters. So yeah, I would work on your camera work. I would work on establishing a point of view, really telling the audience how to feel through specific shots. I mean, this is a nice reveal, but I don't know what's stopping them. I don't know what's stopping them from running at each other. So I might have done a sound effect. I might have done a sound effect down there in the dialogue, because as I'm flipping through this, I mean, you intend to have a sound effect there, but as I'm flipping through, I don't know that unless I see it down in the dialogue box. So I would work on that stuff. I would also work on when you're storyboarding. I would work on construction of your drawings and keeping your drawings simple and clear and readable. For instance, my drawings are really crappy on this one, and I apologize for that. For instance, rainbowy, that's cool. For instance, like when we're drawing Poppy on the trolls, the beat goes on, we keep like the shapes generally really simple. So like we simplify Poppy's head shape. To even just a sphere. So that way, when we're going, if this is like the A pose, that way when we're going from that, here's her hair, cool, and there's this thing, there's that, there's some flowers, etc. When we're going from she's really happy to she's really angry, we get really clear reads. We get really clear shapes. Boom, 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 boom. So it's a clear A to B. Boom. And we even we'll push her bangs even more. Boom. Or flop her hair over. I would work on really simple and basic construction in order to make your drawings read even more, and really get the point across of your shots and of your expressions. But this is fun stuff. And I look forward to, Kyla, I look forward to seeing you, what you do. Keep doing more sequences. I would suggest posting more PDFs or storyboards rather than films. But that's just my personal thing, because it takes a long time to look through films, and it's much easier to flip through PDF sequences. But you're doing single panel, which is the best. The view where it's like 16 up is not the greatest. I think single panel is definitely the best for looking at storyboards online. So yeah, keep working on construction. Keep working on subjective camera rather than objective camera. Really tell the audience how to feel about your characters. And yeah. But fun stuff, and keep at it.